I'm going to show you a few ways to help diagnose issues in your app. The first is to use toast, which help you display messages in the emulator. Let's say I have this app running and I want to make sure that the button is actually being triggered. I can simply add a toast to make sure it's being handled. I can do that by going here and typing toast.makeText. The first parameter is called context, and that's going to be main activity.this. I'm going to add some text, so I'm going to say clicked here, and then a duration. I'll do toast.length long, and I want to make sure I do .show at the end. If I don't do show, then this message will never appear. Let's try that again. So this time when I click the button, you'll see the toast show up here. And that's a quick, simple way of making sure things are working. Now you may have noticed that the toast is sort of fleeting and that it only lasts for a few seconds. So if you have lots of program data you might want to examine, you might also want to rely on the Android system logger. And you can find that by going back to Android Studio and clicking on the Logcat option. Now this Logcat option seems sort of intimidating. You're going to see a lot of the different apps in your emulator generating these sort of esoteric messages. There's a few ways you can filter on them. The first is by using this drop down. And you can see that if I click on errors, I'll only see the ones that have these E markings on it. If I go and navigate back to warnings, you'll see that I'll see not only the warnings, but also the errors. And so as you go up the chain, all the way up to verbose, you really control how much you want to really see. Now let's go ahead and generate a system log. I can do that by doing log dot and then the priority level I care about. So in this case, I'll just mark it as a debug priority level for D. And then here's a tag which I can use later to filter on. So let's do my app and then do got here. And now let's go ahead and restart our app. Let's go ahead and click on the button. And let's go back to Android Studio again. And you can see that I don't see this log message here because I'm currently filtering on error priority levels. So I've clicked on this drop down and I'll go to the debug level. Let's see if it's there. Right. Click on the debug level. I might not see it here because there's a lot of system messages being generated. And I can do one step further and filter against this tag by typing my app, and we can see it being generated here. Now these lines follow a pretty common format. It starts with the date, the time, the process ID. If it's a different thread, you'll see a different thread ID here. The app in question, the priority level, the tag that we've created here, and the actual message over here.